Guys, here at the library. And we're going to do another video talking today about those Denver Nuggets. They lost in the first round to the Golden State Warriors 4-1. But man, oh man, they have the back-to-back reigning MVP. So let's get right into today's video. I want to hear your thoughts right now. What do you think they're going to do? Why are they going to do it? And how will they do it? Let me hear your predictions in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe. Let's get right into today's video. First off, obviously Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. missed the whole year. Michael Porter Jr. could have returned, but they stated that they weren't going to play him this year. They didn't want him. They were focusing on his future health. So Michael Porter Jr. will be fully healthy next year. Jamal Murray was having some resistance with his knee recovery. He had a few, back steps, and hopefully he'll be healthy by the start of training camp. Now the free agents are Austin Rivers, DeMarcus Cousins, and Bryn Forbes to cover the unrestricted. And hopefully they will bring back all three of those guys. I think they are perfect depth guys. JaMychal Green and Jeff Green both have player options, and I could see both of them actually getting more money than they're currently up for, maybe a few more million. So they possibly could leave, but if they do accept it, it's due to the fact that they want to continue building the culture here. And Facundo Campazzo is a restricted free agent. I don't know if Campazzo comes back because Bones Highland and Campazzo fell out of the rotation, and I love him. My Argentine brother. Puedo hablar español porque mi padre son de Argentina, and hablo castellano. Either way, look, the thing is I'm looking at this. They have the 21st pick in the draft. I have them drafting Marjon Beauchamp right now because I think, Will Barton will eventually leave, and Marjon Beauchamp can play in between Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray, and then all you need is a power forward, okay? And you can find one in the draft and develop, because you have Aaron Gordon, but obviously in the future, unless you believe Zeke Nnaji is going to be the guy that will replace Aaron Gordon. So imagine a starting lineup maybe in 2 years of Jamal Murray, Marjon Beauchamp, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic. So that'd be amazing. Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., Marjon Beauchamp, and Jamal Murray. That's a lot of size. So look, the long-term ramifications of giving Michael Porter Jr. a 5-year, $172 million max extension will shape the direction of the franchise. Wow, Nikola Jokic is in his prime, and Michael Porter Jr. at his best tips the board in Denver's favor, but the body of work shows only one dynamic season in his last 4 years. Denver fell from 8th in the league in three-point shooting last season to 16th this past year. Bringing back Michael Porter Jr.'s 46% on three-pointers that he scored in 2020 to 2021, and Jamal Murray's 41% is huge. So now, I think the Denver Nuggets need to do. They should trade for Contavious Caldwell-Pope. I really think he would be a great guy for them. Contavious Caldwell-Pope would be the perfect small forward for them. And, other players along those lines. I wouldn't even say, Kelly Oubre should be another guy. I think DeMarcus Cousins needs to come back. He's at his best with Mike Malone. And the non-Jokic minutes going forward would be 100% less iffy if DeMarcus Cousins is the backup, and you can pay him a minimum. And Denver's road to becoming a true contender remains with Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray coming back. And look, as of right now, they're $155 million over the cap, and that's with if they bring back everybody, JaMychal Green and, Devon Reed and Marcus Howard, who I think they should, because right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. With Reed and Howard both having qualifying offers, they have 12 guys under contract, 13 with the draft pick. Okay, so they'll have 13 guys. That means in free agency, if they bring it back, Forbes and Cousins, or they just bring back Cousins, all they have to do is get one free agent. And I really think if everyone comes back healthy, this is a good team. So make a trade for Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Maybe you send over, Will Barton, because he's an expiring contract, putting Contavious Caldwell-Pope in his position. I think he can offer the same level of scoring but more defense than a starting lineup of Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Contavious Caldwell-Pope, and Nikola Jokic, with Jokic being backed up by DeMarcus Cousins. Aaron Gordon being backed up by a combination of JaMychal Green, Jeff Green, and Zeke Nnaji. And then you have, Michael Porter and being backed up arguably by Devon Reed and Marjon Beauchamp. And then you have Contavious Caldwell-Pope and Jamal Murray being backed up by, Marcus Howard. You could argue that, Bones Highland's going to be there. Bones Highland's going to probably play way more than Marcus Howard. So Bones Highland backing up Jamal Murray, And then you also have Devon Reed and Marjon Beauchamp if you draft them backing up. And then you also have Monte Morris still there. Monte Morris would be your sixth man backing up Jamal Murray with, a combination of Bones Highland, Devon Reed, Marcus Howard, and Marjon Beauchamp backing up the shooting guard and small forward spots. I just think there isn't too many moves to be made, and they're going to be good. What are your thoughts down below?